Be back for more. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the shortest Ace Attorney stream since like the first one or something. This is gonna be a short one because I'm not gonna do the next case after until like the next time I stream. Make sure everything's all good. Wow. Wow. Let's see what the next one is. We did recipe for Turnabout, and now we're doing episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. What the frick happened? What is happening? Someone that's in like, I don't know where they're at, and there's like a bridge. What the heck? Okay. And Miles is here, but he looks drastically, like, a bit different. Not drastically, but different. Oh, what the heck? Why are the cats? Every time I stream, the cats just go off. Why? Okay, let's... Let's get this started. The girl, let her go. Oh, it's a hostage situation. Shut up. Come closer and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get a chance. Oh, dang. Okay. Huh? Reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Named Terry Falls. Charged kidnapping, murder. Sentenced death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with an immersed Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, captured on Eagle Mountain by 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broke out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fey first trial. Okay. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Oh. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do none. I swear I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago. Now, a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Oh! I'm sorry. What the? He's eating the... What the heck? I didn't do none. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Fallis, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. What is this man on a... Oh boy. Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Okay. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. This guy has the mental capacity of a 4-year-old. Yeah. Police believe that Terry Falls, did it. After you escaped, did you meet with the policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her! She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha! You're going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? Came to see how our little cat was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Snap back to reality. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax, I just heard some good news. Prosecutor for the day is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in. Sharpen those claws of yours, it's go time. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's why my client ran away. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. And I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. He looks like Coffee Man. He kind of does look like Coffee Man. Who are you? Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fallis. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little cat hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Oh god, no. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But his offense is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. Man, I didn't even say anything this time. Yeah. Why do you keep saying? Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fallis, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Fallis at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Fallis throw his young victim into the river. Oh god. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Ms. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. The truth is becoming clear to me now. The face on the judge. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Well, wait a minute, that's not right! At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice, or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who is in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Gumshoe! Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. Finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey ma'am, you got an idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really... I'm going to turn back the clock on this stream after this and get that frame. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart is aching for you. Gumshoe, please. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran of the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court will like to hear more details about the incident itself. Let me click. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Okay. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge. No, the suspension bridge. The river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Okay. As the victim's blood found the bridge. The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet at the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as though I was some, hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me. Get ready. Okay. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Follis. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Follis was arrested at the police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Missed my chance again. Ah, god dang it. Certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there. Keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha, you got me there. Then maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedures videos you stayed up all last night watching. Is that really gonna help? Okay. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Follis. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? This guy's face. Like, he's just heard, like, the most, like, ungodly thing. My God. Okay, got it. Alright. Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left this note about her phone call with Mr. Follis. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. Okay. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Follis. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one who said unknown person. Hey, now, don't make that face at me. I just said it was that way because the prosecutor told me to. Is that a trap? But with that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Mia, please. Wait, what did it say? Okay, let me save first. Follis, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Wait, what? Too bad he's... Me and Gosh have to calm it down a touch. Yeah, this is a freaking courtroom. Same with freaking... My god. Okay. Okay, this was ran by the... Let me reread this. Wear white scarf for identification. Okay. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it's a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chasing onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Follis. Returned to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Okay. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within an hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say don't move. We got you surrounded. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Oh yeah. Wait. Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ha! If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Follis, but she left a note on her desk about it. Well, I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. No stuff you're buying to... Okay. Mr. Follis had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Actually, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Oh, that doesn't look too comfortable. Okay. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? It's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. Mr. Follis was arrested at the police checkpoint. Okay, hold on. Can I look at the car? That's a bit off, but... Going to... No. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it, I didn't do none. That's all he says. None. Nothing. He wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It was just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Yeah, I noticed that, and I'm like, that is weird. Yeah, that is a bit weird. No. Wait, how do I... Okay, do I need more info? That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up at that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Follis might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. It takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. Now it was kind of close. Any later, and Mr. Follis could have slipped right away. Listen up. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly. It'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. Okay. Ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some in those. Okay. Okay, the lock's broken, but I just... Okay, what is this? Okay, so wait, so this is the combo between Flawless and Hawthorne. 4:30 p.m. that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Oh wait, she's not wearing a scarf. Where do I... Don't see anything strange to you. Okay. Yeah, okay, so she's not wearing a scarf. Objection! Witness! What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I ever had to actually address someone like that. Should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am? This photo, you said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note. It very clearly says, wear a white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten that what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there, you should have looked for it. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for is this one. Is it this one, perchance? What? Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. Hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Oh my god, Mia. Very good. Now if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively. I can't speak. And with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Follis did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything's moving at his whim. Don't forget, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? Actually, there was an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway, let's just say there was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. Do you mean, Bruh. Actually, there's an eyewitness. Was there? Okay, bruh. I would like to meet this eyewitness. Actually, hold on. Let me look at this stinking picture. What the frick is going on there? Okay, so the car's there. They're standing right here on the bridge. Wait, someone... If they were standing right here, right? Someone took the picture, like, from over here. Where the... I don't even know what the heck is 5 yards. Bruh. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student. That's right, meaning she's a female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. We are not relying on the witness's statements, that is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student? I mean, she's... You absolutely must hear her testimony. You'll have to give us a good reason why. Just tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Okay. Accidentally? What the frick? They were on a ledge, like, on like a bit of ground that they couldn't really get to. The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo, what was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on the mountain, on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. And not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell a while while I was on the bridge. It was really something. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. But why would she, though? Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Oh, he's a Canadian. Save a nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. The court record seems to have what? What? Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh?
Objection!
No. Let me see what this is, if there's any info. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? Really still believe in him? Believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do! So the little cat believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered, that's chance. Okay. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. What? Oh wait, I can look at this. Wait, okay, so worn by the victim at the time is found in Dusky Bridge. It's all dirty and like all that. Wouldn't like the rest of her clothes be dirt? Like if he did shove her from behind and stabbed her on the bridge, then like she would have gone like muddy or something. Even then. Something. I don't know. I don't know. I'll frick it. Okay. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too, which is a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of this victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us please enlighten us as to what isn't right. La 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 la. What is it about? Oh well, it's the clothes. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I found a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard pride of the legal league would be wet but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge? Huh. A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. How to wear a real woman? Of course I can. There's evidence that proves the surface of the bridge is muddy as a scarf. The evidence is the scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge is obviously covered in mud. Ha! No, it can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy. His face assertion makes perfect sense to me. To admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. You're doing pretty well for oh my god. Can you stop, Armando? Mr. Armando! No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence. It's one of those three. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the copy, I forget, Dono over there that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. False evidence in this case is the... okay. Well, the photo's legit, and body in the trunk legit. It has to be the testimony. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. The testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was truly a decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy over there would know what they would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. Mr. Edgeworth said, kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Oh, no. Everyone's so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. God! Just God freaking... Oh no! We have to deal with this again. Oh, not this. Oh my god. I'm putting the... Okay, this judge is also going to jail. Huh? Yeah, judge's going to jail. No, 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 no. We're freaking done. I'm done with it. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. It's fate you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all, it's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? Oh, how can you be so mean? Now see here what you're doing, shoving that in her face like that. Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Oh, I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be... Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. I mean, I guess we had a warning. The last flashback mentioned seeing Mia before, yeah. I was using my camera to take some pictures of the wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location. I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. I can't speak. But a cute camera, just like its owner. I'm gonna put everyone in this court to jail. Okay. Alright then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Am I gonna get instantly, like, just dead if I make a freaking mistake here? Alright, Melissa. Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl. I know I am. And it looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom. No, not at all. Everyone's like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. They just started fighting. Okay. Doesn't this, like... I don't know how low. Wait. She couldn't have... I feel like there's something off with, like, where she took that picture. Because she couldn't have been down here. Like, right here, this seems the most logical place. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. It smells like a lie to me. I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. Still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So you want to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Okay, so then she called the police right after. You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's notes, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal. Terry Wallace isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Careful. That girl has the judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You have to come up with something really good, Mia. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, not this, but maybe. This. Ask her about the photo. Okay, yeah. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why hadn't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertions is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm so sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. We ran out of film. This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. Yeah, and if you personally did that, Edgeworth, then you could have taken photos that... taken a photo or something that had the evidence in it. You freaking... All the other photos are of the witnesses herself playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself. I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. But wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures. Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts of the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Looks like the other... Can you stop with, like, calling people kin? Yeah, it's sickening. Yeah, I'm, like, about to hurl. I was using my camera, takes pictures of wildflowers, and I noticed there were two people okay. Bruh. Okay, wait. So they just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but... No, wait! She only got 10 yards. Wait, okay. the bridge here. It's broke. Our table! It's broken! The bridge is broken. Here, but the bridge is broken here in this picture. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. Like, where do I freaking... Okay, hold on. Just gonna make sure. The victim... Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. He had been quite a quaggy woman like you. I'm sure she would have acted differently. Quaggy? Why, you... If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. Yeah, okay. It has to be this.
Objection!
Yeah, okay. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. So there were two contradictions. It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to your testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5, because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. What does this all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Where you go? Freaking... Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. This is like the freaking autopsy report all over again. Edgeworth, do you want me to throw hands? There is one major mistake about this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. Bruh! Bro. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. So, That guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, seems that you've once again made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. I hate this court. Even 5 years ago, I hate it still. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he can make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Wait, what? Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that! Well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. Contradiction is staring right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. I can't speak today, what the frick. Go on the attack, Mia. Punch her in the face. We're just gonna put everyone in court, like in jail. How old is she? Right? 19, okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Then he carried her over to the car. Wait. If... I don't even know if this... He personally witnessed that. Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Or its matched what we found at the scene. We don't see any problem. Okay. Bruh. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. Well, young lady? Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. We're one step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that? You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some possibility, please share it with the rest of us. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? It was all raining that day, correct? There was also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks? They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent, you're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me but what? Have you ever put salt in your coffee? What the frick does that mean? What? No? Why would I? Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. You might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. That's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all. Why would you make... Okay. Because that's the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Wait. If he wanted to dispose of the body, right? What? Oh, wait. Since, like, if anyone were to freaking, what, drop from, like, this 40 feet river, raging river, like, no one would survive it. And... like, he could have freaking chucked the body off the bridge, then just hide it in his car. Or
Objection!
Okay. The killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgewood pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Those bodies that fall in there are never recovered. Yeah, yeah. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur on the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion without merit is without merit after all. Oh my god, we're not gonna get this.
Objection!
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Objection!
Sure, you can't deny that. The body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. Don't... After... Okay. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the... Wait. What did the man do then? Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when it came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police. You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. You just leave the body on top of the bridge. There's still, like, hold on. How can you, okay, if logically, right, if she's down here, in this, right, like, she's down here, yeah, if they were in the middle of the bridge right here, right, yeah, she can see him right there. How could she see the freaking car with all these stinking, okay. This has... I'm bringing this map up more than I should, and I'm really scared about it. Because... Wait. Yeah, look at the rocks right here. That's really tall. Like, she couldn't have seen a car. Or she couldn't have seen the car, like, or whatever.
Objection!
Yeah, okay. Oh, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes. Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. I wish we had markers so we know where everyone's at, you know? Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Objection!
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall. It isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. The outcropping that is being referred to is clearly more like a cliff. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this? This Bollywood? What? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. She was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Mr. Judge? Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair! Save the tears for later. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair! Okay, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. And how would you know that, Melissa? How would you know? I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. Oh my god. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. It certainly looked like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. She just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Yeah. I have a lot of issues. Yeah, that's everyone saying, Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Doesn't work with me. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. Even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally! I finally got her! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... she's the owner of the car. Oh. She happened to pass. No, she put the corpse in herself. We're gonna pin the blame on her. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Follis had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we would never have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Follis that put the body in the trunk.
Objection!
Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only been put in that trunk when the incident occurred. We already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Oh wait, her camera has an automatic timer. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter for this may have not been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera to see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection!
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? What? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed. Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Will the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Okay. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Where could she have been? Wait, was she wait. Wait. Could she have been like where? Naturally, the witness was right here, but that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could have only been before the defendant met the victim. insane. Of course Miss Follis met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Follis. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. And who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Follis met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was rainy and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Follis himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the one whose testimony had helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 years in the federal penitentiary, whatever. You know what I mean. He couldn't ever remember exactly what she looked like anymore. Are you just making this up as you go along? Where's your proof? Got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Miss Follis had forgotten this. Mr. Follis had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needs some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Follis who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf, like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? What the? Is she dead? What happened? Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. Mr. Follis, I'm sorry. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information? Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. One more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. Kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Follis, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Rich looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name? Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Shut up, come closer, and I'll kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get a chance. Detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. I couldn't understand why she did it. Wrong, no protect sister. Valerie betrayed me, betrayed us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything, all lies, all make-believe, the kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping. Dahlia, my girlfriend. I love my teen angel. How old are you again? You were 20 when Dahlia, wait, how old is she? Was 14. Yeah, I think you're still going to jail. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas. To anything she says, anything Dahlia says, Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Valerie was in on it. Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send her to Dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she did do it for real. She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia. I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in the river. She jumped in. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. When I blacked out, wake up with police all over. That's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Follis, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her, just ask why. Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer from her mouth, that's all. So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Follis, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. This is messed up. In so many ways. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Follis, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamonds still missing, along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her. My sweet Dahlia. Never found her. Followed by River, gone, Dahlia, my teen angel. I'm gonna cry. Your teen angel. How old was she anyway? Just 14. You're going to jail. 14? Because you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 20 mil. 20 mil. Still, that's a lot. 2 mil. Man, oh man, these angels these days. Follis takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Okay, diamonds. Training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Alright, man. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Follis. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I understand the defense lawyer wanted to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? A witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. A motive, huh? I figured that's why I had to establish next. Great. Let's freaking go. Well, Miss Faith, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course, I think. You're still acting as tame as a cat. Well, whatever. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Huh. I wonder where Phoenix learns this. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is right. You can shut up. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least want you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Oh, well, I forgot. See, you're such an honest and upstanding young lady. That's what, okay. Looks like the witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her. Click. She lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of the country. Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat. You're up to bat. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. Okay. So, what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through here. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolated beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. I didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college?
Objection!
Prosecution objects to questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness does not need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you. She's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. Hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. Perhaps your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's...
Objection!
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that, at the time an officer showed her this photo, it seems like a rather serious mistake. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. But that's not fair! That wicked inmate! I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
Objection!
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony at all. Well, she's right about that. Miss Wallace is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fowler's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Let's add it to the testimony. Your Honor, what the witness just said now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. Prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. The testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. Guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Well...
Objection!
Okay. Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but it looks like the scarf the victim wore wore as identification. Now you're talking about this scarf right here. Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. Got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is a scarf you identify as belonging to the victim. This clearly doesn't look white to me. Oh. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. So I'm surprised that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness was confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? Is it true that the scarf doesn't... It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Wait, is it because of the notes? Oh, wait!
Take that!
Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have it. That you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fowler's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew that what this note said. It's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? Get wrecked. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Follis is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out? Yep. Yes, I have. Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note wasn't Miss Melissa Foster, but the supposed deceased, Dahlia Hawthorne. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Fallis.
Objection!
You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
Objection!
She was declared legally dead for 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
Objection!
And the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are.
Objection!
Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all those loose ends together. You're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I'm... I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If he had revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. No wonder why people call you Bratworth, Edgeworth. No wonder. Gonna punch his gut. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She's merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection!
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. This is all so very coincidental, good sir. Coincidence? I think not. Freaking... For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. Now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Objection!
Don't freaking do that at me. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you! Please let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. And even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, thought I was winning, but somehow she turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict.
Objection!
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets? You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth. How charming. This is coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? It was the frickin' rock. It was the rock.
Take that!
What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye? Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? Oh, come on, what? What is it? Bruh. I'm gonna stay hidden for 5 years. What is it? Pizza took a chunk. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Is it this?
Take that!
The story starts after Terry follows escape. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That is the reason Dahlia felt that she had to kill Valerie to keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. You like fiction, that is. In line the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. It will be painful for you, but can you lie in this once more? No. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. On the old charm one more time, Dahlia. This time will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fallis. The ransom price for the raw diamond her sister, Valerie, brought to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fallis in the arm. That's when Mr. Fallis tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after that, she murdered her sister. Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, let's twist some arms. Listen up, we still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Flaws told us that in the lobby. I'll do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by me and Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yes, that's it! The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia! That's our secret! And we just have to get it out. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. When Mr. Flawless was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Flawless turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. And in the next instant... I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. Crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. Okay, let's look at anything else here. Oh, wait. Bridge unchanged for 5... Wait. Wait, there's no way he could have, like, shoved her off. Or at least... Hold on.
Objection!
No? Okay, nope. It has to be something here. This?
Objection!
Okay. What the freak? So that Mr. Flawless pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Flawless. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the conditions of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. The bridge hasn't changed once a bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river... Oh, yeah, if she... Okay. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. So you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne. The very notion that my clients pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah, you'd still just die from that. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witness had testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. My God, he looks really angry. Jesus Christ, he's about to pop a blood vessel. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Flawless panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. No, he could not, because there's freaking... because of the rope. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Fortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Flawless panicked. Therefore, he could have wittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous, what's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Flawless had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Flawless throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Eat dirt. Order! What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you can handle the swift current, even more so. The witness had a much more compelling reason to jumping into the river. This is messed up.
Objection!
Oh, then what is it? Was so important that she wanted to jump into the river? The wind is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. It was this. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Wallace to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrays him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! Order! Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon, and there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? She was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighs heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Wallace, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. She was going to tell the whole truth. She wrote in her notes. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. This case is messed up. Oh? Who is that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted with Mr. Wallace and my sister. Well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Oh, Miss Fey? Oh, God. I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial is over. Let's decide that. Mr. Armando! Come on now. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? In the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Wallace's stolen car and then went to meet with them. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Wait! Okay, yeah, okay. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who's the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes?
Take that!
Terry! Get this man on the stand! You're still going to jail for other things, but still. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fallis, the defendant. Oh. Testing. Thank you for the follow. There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Fallis. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Mr. Fallis. Last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Fallis, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Fallis, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? It was Valerie Hawthorne. Or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia! It's true! It's true, you are alive! You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth! I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Oh, no. I will allow Mr. Fallis to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Fallis, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Water, please. Water. Wait, what? Can't talk. Need water. Oh, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitter than heck itself. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. They never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, and she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Bruh. Mr. Fallis, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
Objection.
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statements was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Bruh. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Paulus? You have a guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence. There's only one person who can stop it. You. I think. You think? Alright, man. I think I have an idea, like... Probably one woman came and stood in front of me. Mr. Paulus, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lie, it's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Sorry, I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. Okay. Wait, if he was standing on the bridge, then this wouldn't make any sense.
Objection!
Yep, there we go. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, I'm sure too, Mr. Paulus. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? Oh, I would love to hear a rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Flawless, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. After she did. Mr. Flawless, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. Is he okay? I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it was an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is why I went to get... That's a vial. Hey, Follis, does that have anything in it? I hope not. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. Food! He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. Is he doing okay? He then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. Some got a chance. Mr. Fawless, there's no mistaking it. Oh! Huh? Mr. Fawless? Oh my god! He's coughing blood. Oh my god! That's enough. Please. Holy... Witness. I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then... No, there's a cat! No, cat! Dude, the court case! And we're supposed to drink, bottle. Oh my god, he tried. You freaking idiot! No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess! I was stupid, couldn't keep promise, so I did it. I drank this. No, we were so close, just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Fawless! Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Oh my god! Mr. Fawless! Holy frick! And so my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. It'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. I was wondering about how Edge would win since he had a win streak until Wright. Well, no one technically won here though. There was no like verdict. But one person, true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, you were so close to the truth, it was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft. It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Fawless killed himself! Don't cry. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it! I knew I wasn't cut out for this! Mia. Why is the music playing now? Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. What the? Bruh! What the fudge? The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time, and you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Thank you, Quartz1, for the follow. Fortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all of this. A single quartz, let's freaking go! Brand new episode's been added, bridge to Turnabout. Why is he in the hospital? No clue. Maybe this one will, maybe we'll know when we play this one, but we are not doing that today. Because this would just be probably like another 12-hour stream, and not gonna do that again. So when we find like a stopping point for this case, that's when I end stream. Let me look. So let me first save this so then I actually have it. And quickly close out of the game. Because I want to see like the art here without the thing. A new game. Yes, let's for 12-hour stream. I'm not gonna do like, probably gonna be I don't know how long the next one's gonna be. Probably gonna be 12 hours, but bridge to Turnabout. Don't know who this is. Don't know what's going on here. They have a freaking necklace. Is this the second or third game? This is the third game. No, like last time I did a 12-hour stream, I had to like cut it in half to put it on YouTube, and that took like way longer than it should. I think that's the satire statue. That is, yeah, looks like a statue. Cause the sword. Oh yeah. Oh wait, of like, I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Mystic Amy. That's her name. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. Probably gonna take another day or so, just cause I don't want to strain myself with playing this, especially with this case. It's probably gonna take a long time. I hope y'all have a good day or night, and I will see y'all later.